Welcome to the Perrysburg Podcast, episode 149. I'm your host, Perrysburg resident Kim Newlove. The Perrysburg Podcast is a resource for Perrysburg residents. We talk about what's in Perrysburg and why people like to live here. Our website is perrysburgpodcast.com. Today's episode is part of the Faith Community Leaders series, and my guest is Perrysburg resident Mohammad Shalabe. He's the president of the Islamic Center of Greater Toledo. During our interview, Mohammad does a great job of introducing himself right off the bat, and then we discuss the Islamic Center of Greater Toledo as both a place of worship and as a community gathering space in Perrysburg. If you're not familiar with the Islamic Center of Greater Toledo, the address for your GPS is 25877 Scheider Road, Perrysburg, Ohio. And you can spot the mosque's dome along I-75 northbound between Bowling Green and Perrysburg. It's very recognizable. Just look for the mosque's dome. If you haven't been to the Islamic Center of Greater Toledo yet, and you'd like to visit, you'll learn about opportunities to visit during this episode. We will also talk about what visitors can expect, how worship services work, what the mosque offers for children and families, and how the Islamic Center connects with the broader Perrysburg and Greater Toledo communities through outreach, education, food assistance, healthcare initiatives, festivals, and interfaith relationships. Toward the end of the conversation, we also talk about common misconceptions about Islam, respectful ways to visit a mosque, and why Mohammad Shalabe believes that conversations like ours today help build stronger communities. I love that part of the conversation. Whether you're curious about your Muslim neighbors, interested in learning about another faith tradition, or simply want to know about one of Perrysburg's most recognizable landmarks, the mosque, this is a great opportunity for you to listen, learn, and connect. I really hope you enjoy this episode. Now, without further ado, here's my conversation with Islamic Center of Greater Toledo President Mohammad Shalabe. Hi, Mohammad. Welcome here to the Perrysburg Podcast.
Hi, Kim. Thank you for allowing me to join you on your platform. And I really appreciate the invitation to talk about the Islamic Center of Greater Toledo.
It is my pleasure. Do you mind doing an introduction as we get started?
Yeah, of course. My name is Mohammad Shalabe. I am originally from Palestine, and I earned my medical degree in the Ukraine. About 15 to 16 years ago, I moved here to the Toledo area, where my first connection was with the Islamic Center of Greater Toledo. From the beginning, I found a welcoming and supportive community here in Perrysburg. I have 3 children, which they attended the full-time school at the Islamic Center of Greater Toledo, which further strengthening it made our connection to the Islamic Center stronger. My wife and I became actively involved in both the weekend school and the full-time school at the Islamic Center. Yeah, we live in Perrysburg here as a family. And we were very fortunate to receive strong support from the community. This support inspired a deep sense of commitment and loyalty to the Islamic Center of Greater Toledo and Perrysburg area as well.
Thank you for the introduction. I think faith communities are very important. They make you feel like you're at home, even though you're not necessarily home. I grew up in Pemberville, Ohio, which is about 25 minutes from Perrysburg. And then I moved to Toledo for college, and I found a church up there. And anyways, I know how important it is to connect, and it sounds like you found connections there at the Islamic Center, and you had a really good experience, and you're still there.
Yes, Kim, this is very accurate. Every individual has a small family and a big family. And I found my big family here.
That is so sweet. I love that.
Yeah. And, it's like, as an example, in this family, it's like the trust really grow very big. As I mentioned, when I came here to this community, and I really found the connection and the support from the community, I felt the need for giving back. And Really, it's like I start volunteering as principal for the weekend school for the past 11 years. And I was a member of the Religion and Education Committee. A year ago, I was elected as a vice president, and now have the honor of serving as a council president of the Islamic Center of Greater Toledo.
Very good.
Yeah.
And you and I met at the Ramadan Bazaar in February. Actually, it was Super Bowl Sunday,
Yeah.
so February 8th. Yeah. And I remember walking in and I saw a college classmate of mine, Dr. Michelle Harris.
Yes.
Yeah. And right away she said, "Oh, yeah, you're looking for the president of the Islamic Center. Let me introduce you." So she introduced me to you. And then I got my first ever tour of the Islamic Center. And I appreciate you showing me around.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, we are at the Islamic Center very open for the community. It's an Islamic center. It's not like a solely mosque organization. We are open for all community, for all genders, for all religions as well too. You know, it's like connecting to our neighbors, not only Christians and Jews and other nationalities. It's in our mission. Open communication and teaching people about our cultures, about our religion is very important and is number one for us. Everybody is welcome there. There is no discrimination in regard the color or gender or what is your religion whatsoever.
I had a good experience. I felt
Yeah,
welcome.
yeah,
I feel like there's a few different opportunities for the Perrysburg community to engage you on your property at the Islamic Center.
yeah,
And one of them I already mentioned, the Ramadan Bazaar, which, the date is going to change depending on when Ramadan is each year.
correct.
But that's one. And then the International Festival that's in September. Is there anything else that comes to mind where people like me who do not worship as Muslims can come to the Islamic Center and get a tour and engage your community?
If you are very interested, you can call the Islamic Center. And even if it's one person or two people or a group, the secretary will organize an event for you as a tour. We always have events. They are open to the public, to open for everybody. Let me give you an example. Like we had Ramadan. Ramadan, for people who doesn't know Ramadan, this is our holy month where we fast from sunrise to sunset. One of our iftar dinners was a multi-faith dinner. So our brothers and sisters from different organizations, from churches, from the synagogues, they came and they joined us for the iftar, and it was open invitation for any. They can bring anybody they want. Same thing for our festivities, like the international festival for hopefully God will. We have plans to do like monthly many festivals at the Islamic Center. Like we could start as early as June, this coming June, and everybody's is welcome. And the best way to keep track of the Islamic Center activities. And I want you to keep this in mind. They are open for everybody. If you see we invite you, it doesn't speak only to the Muslim community, it speaks to everyone. Just follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook, and you will find all the events posted in a timely manner, and it will be in advance as well. So we will be actually very happy to meet you, can connect with you, and talk to you as well.
Thank you. That's a very warm invitation. I didn't know that you could call and request a tour. So that's a really good idea for somebody who maybe has a youth group and they would like to, teach the children about the other Abrahamic faiths. There's not just Judaism and Christianity, but there's also the Muslim faith. And a
Yes,
lot of people don't know that we're all connected through Abraham.
correct. So we are actually holding multiple. It has been for the past years since the Islamic Center been open. There is group tours will be organized. We have one of the most dedicated community members. Her name Rihana Ahmed. Hannah, I'm sorry I mentioned your name, but
It's called a shout out. It's fine.
yes, I need to give you the credit. She is, and another one, Najwa Badawi too. I'm sorry for both of you, but they are constantly running tours.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. It's like the secretary will contact them if there is a group of and you know I don't want to get in trouble, but there is another person. Her name Mona Al Hayani too. I forgot. She has a very big impact on the tours, and the secretary will contact them. The groups they will come at certain time, and they will conduct a very detailed tour for the Islamic Center. Yeah,
mhm.
and I am sorry if I forgot other names, but there is, I know the Imam, the Sheikh sometimes gives the tours for anybody comes because, you know, the Islamic Center is at the highway really. And sometimes people, they just suddenly come without even an appointment. And as I said, our doors always open. So if the Imam is present there, he just takes the lead and gives the tour as well too.
What are some of the things that a curious person might want to see when they go in? I know I saw the kitchen and the fellowship hall, because I was there for the Ramadan bazaar, but what else do you think are must see features of the mosque?
It's like we have a wing for the cultural exhibit. This is where you see multiple cultural items from different countries, like from Asia, from Africa, from China, from everywhere. And most people, they really like the look of the dome in the prayer area from the inside, and it's breathtaking view, to be honest with you. I still, for how many years I am here in the community, every time I walk into the prayer room, I just have to start looking upward and look how beautifully that mosque was built.
Sorry to interrupt, but I heard it's one of the largest domes, mosque domes in North America. Is that true?
Yes, correct. So let me give you a small story about this mosque and how the Muslim
Okay.
community actually has started here in the Toledo area.
Okay.
So yeah, I agree with that. ICGT is an important part of the history of Islam in this area, Northwest Ohio. So the early Muslim community in Toledo was largely formed by immigrants from Syria and Lebanon. They arrived in early 20th century, and in the late of 1930s, they organized the Syrian American Muslim Society. After that, it became the foundation for Muslim religious and community in this area. So the first mosque and Islamic Center in Toledo was established in 1954 on East Bancroft Street. It was among the earliest built mosques in both Ohio and the United States. The population grew, and the space was small. It did not fit the demand of the community because the community grew big, and they decided to establish the Islamic Center of Greater Toledo, which is now in Perrysburg. So the efforts of the building starting is they broke ground, I believe, I hope I'm not wrong, 1980s. Why I do remember it? Because it's my birth year.
I'm
Yeah.
1978, so we're close in
Yeah.
age. Nice.
Yeah. So completely opened in 1983. Okay. And now became nationally recognized for its traditional Islamic architecture because the design, it was inconsistent with the Turkish Islamic mosques because the engineer who designed it, he was from Turkey.
So we have a Turkish style mosque in
Yes,
Perrysburg. I
yes,
would not have guessed that.
yep, yep. And I hope I am not wrong with this information, but I did my homework before.
Okay, I appreciate you
Yeah.
preparing. This is more than I expected, so I appreciate the history lesson. Keep
Yeah,
going.
yeah. So our mission at the Islamic Center, it's as I said, it's not solely about religion. We uphold the doctrine and principle of Islam to provide its members. I'm gonna read it the way how it is on the Islamic Center, if you allow me.
Yes, please.
So the mission of the Islamic Center of Greater Toledo is to uphold the doctrine and principles of Islam, to provide its members an environment conducive for Islamic education, cultural enhancement, and religious services, to introduce Islam, its culture, and heritage to the community at large, to enter into dialogue with other faiths, to promote interfaith understanding and accommodation. Our position here in this area is to connect with other people. You know, we are all, as you said, the faiths of Abraham, correct? So
Yes.
yeah, and look at all our religions. Look at the Islam, Christianity, Judaism. We believe in God, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we all pray, correct? So, what are the 5 pillars of Islam? I want to make it as close as possible for all our audience here. We believe in God, so this is our first pillar, which you do, and Judaism does. We pray, correct? Even though everybody prays differently, but the purpose of prayer is to connect to God, this is the second pillar, correct? We fast. This is the second pillar, which is Christianity fasts, Judaism fasts. Jewish people, correct? So I know I went deep into the religion, but I want to make it as like how religions are very connected to
Yeah,
each
you
other.
want us to relate that you have pillars, and we, of course, that are uninformed don't know what they are. So I'm paying
Yes,
attention here. You have
believing in God,
belief in God,
praying,
praying,
yep, fasting,
fasting. All right.
yep, which is we are all do, charity, which we are all do, correct? And then Hajj, pilgrimage to Mecca, okay? Which you guys do have it the same thing, but instead of to Mecca, it's to Jerusalem. Is that accurate?
Well, not really. Well, kind
Okay.
of. Not everybody has that desire, that urgent calling to go to Jerusalem. But I think it would be nice if we all were able to go to where Christianity started.
Yes, correct.
Yes, but I don't think we have that sense of urgency to go like the Muslim faith does.
Mhm.
So I'm just sharing what my opinion is. I don't plan to ever go to Jerusalem, and it has nothing to do with conflicts in the Middle East. I just don't feel that calling. So
Welcome. I invite you to go there. I'm from Palestine, and you will be very well taken care of there.
well, thank
If you
you.
come. The invitation is very open.
One of these days I might hear the call. I'm serious. Yeah. But thank you
Okay.
for sharing the
If you
5
change your
pillars.
mind, yes, they're there.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Is there anything else that you wanted to say about the 5 pillars or the mission of the Islamic Center? Anything along those lines?
You know, as I said, the Islamic Center it's far more than a space to pray. It's where we provide spiritual home for the community and connect to our community in Northwest Ohio at large. At the Islamic Center, as a place of worship, we hold the 5 daily prayers. As you know, we have the holiday Friday. It's a holy day. We have the Friday prayer there as well too. It's at the end. It's on Fridays. Like in our country's Friday, we count it as at the end of the week. So that's why, yeah. So and other than that, we have Ramadan. We have the spiritual times for Ramadan. which is all these events and these prayers brings the community together for reflection and unity. And during the special times in Ramadan, the Islamic Center becomes even more vibrant with nightly prayers, community iftars. Community iftars, this is like every day when you fast, you have to break your fast. So instead of breaking your fast at home, we hold community iftars at the Islamic Center.
The iftar is a meal, correct?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
it's a meal. We call it iftar. Yeah, so yeah, this meal, it's like people they bring as a potluck, or the Islamic Center can sponsor other of the people. They are our community is very generous. They sponsor it as well. And as I said, everybody is welcome to it. We just put the announcement and everybody comes. Yeah, sometimes you even can't find a space to sit down there. So
Now, do you have to RSVP to go to an iftar meal?
no, when I
Okay.
say it's open to everybody, it's literally open to everybody. Even
Okay.
if you stop by, you say, "Hi, I need my meal." We'll give you your meal.
Thank you for the invitation.
Yeah.
I have seen that on the Facebook page, or I guess, yeah, it's the Facebook
Yes,
page,
and the
right?
Facebook page.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've seen, and it is crowded. I've seen it. They're very popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like this is one way to connect the community with each other. It's a social event as well because let's say the Maghrib prayer. This is the sunset prayer. Let's say as an example, at 7 o'clock, people they will eat, they communicate, they socialize till the nightly prayer comes, which is a big prayer. It's like this is here the worship prayer in Ramadan. Like there is about 2 hours in between. So our community or other individuals, they come, they join, they socialize. It's a fun event even for the children to play. And at the end, when the nightly prayer starts, people will join and we will pray.
Okay. Thank you. I've not been there before, so I'm getting the story straight in my head. I'm trying to understand. It's not just you show up and eat. There's praying, there's eating, and there's more praying, and then you're dismissed.
Some people they even just wanna come and break their fast and they wanna go pray at home, which is it's okay. But a lot of community members they like to stay and join the prayer.
Okay. Thank you for telling me about that.
No problems.
You mentioned that your leader is called an imam. Did I get that right?
Yes, correct.
It's IMAM. Is that right?
Yes, Imam.
Okay. I have some friends that worship there at the Islamic Center, and one of them said that he's a little bit more modern and contemporary. I didn't know that imams could have their own kind of personality. I thought they were very traditional. So, if anybody listening to this is new to town or looking to move to Perrysburg, how would you describe your imam?
He is very pleasant and he has very beautiful soul. He good communicator as well. Okay. Because in such position he is in, communication is a key. And the more I talk to him, the more I see the way how he understands people because everybody is different and the communication styles have to change. Okay. And as you said, he's a public figure for our Islamic Center of Greater Toledo. So I think he is very good at it. And Kim, I want you to understand something. It's not about the Imam. I want to talk about the religion a little bit here. Islam, it's not an old religion, or every religion, modesty is the key. Okay. Even the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself said, "Khairul umuri awsatuha." The best thing for any situation, so you can go by the middle. You don't need to go either extreme to the other end or extreme to the second end. You have to be in the middle. okay, and treat situations with patience. So, and most imams, they should really take that advice strongly, because if you will be at any end of the extremist, it's not gonna end well for the community and the communications and friendship with people as well too.
I have some experience with pastors who are very traditional. And then I have some that are more contemporary and they adopt new things as they come. And it sounds like you have a similar, possibly a similar thing going on in, you call it Islam, right?
Hmm.
Okay. In Islam. So you have to be able to communicate with people who are old school, people
Yes,
who are more
correct.
traditional, right?
Yes,
And then the kids, right? The kids are
exactly,
contemporary.
exactly.
They're leading how they want their community to be as they're aging into it.
Yes. Yeah, it's beautifully said. This is exactly. You have to communicate with old school, new school, adults, kids, younger adults, and older people as well too.
Yeah, I've heard
And
very good things about your imam.
yeah, it's he. As I said, he's very easy to work with. He is very reasonable, and I love his style.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And I've seen him in practice on
Yeah.
the Facebook page because you guys do some live streams.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So for our events, sometimes, especially for the religious events, we live stream them on Facebook. We had a YouTube page in the past, but we focus mostly on Facebook. A lot of our communities, they follow us on Facebook. Right now, we are trying to establish a TikTok to go with our young people. Yeah, and one of our council members, she volunteered to work on it. So hopefully, it can be done soon.
Are you on TikTok, Mohammed?
I even don't have it in my phone.
I don't either. We're from the same generation.
Yeah.
I didn't put it on my phone either. I'm sorry to interrupt.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
You have to meet people where they're at. If they're watching on Facebook, be on Facebook.
Yes.
If the kids are on TikTok, I know it can be a stretch for you and me, but somebody on your council is able to fill that gap.
Yes,
And that's great.
And the council lady, she volunteered to follow up with it and create the account for the Islamic Center. She is young herself, so she really, we have a mix in council.
Okay.
Very good council.
Good.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I am the oldest one there, but
I think you're pretty young. At my church, everybody, I would say most of the people on council have gray hair, So it sounds like you do have a mix. Good for you.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
You got to be able to meet people from all the generations and make sure you're meeting their needs.
Yes, exactly.
Our council's great, but they all just happen, all the volunteers on council happen to have gray hair that I know of.
Yeah.
Back to you. Sorry.
So I just want to, we talked about the Imam. Let me give you a small introduction about Imam Ibrahim. He likes to be called Sheikh Ibrahim, which is the equivalent of Imam. Okay. He's originally from Algeria. He has been respected member of the Toledo Muslim community for over 30 years. He's a graduate of Sidi Abdurrahman Islamic Institute in Algeria, where he was trained as teaching imam. And he also hafiz of the Quran, meaning that hafiz is he memorized the whole Quran.
That's impressive.
Yes, memorized it, reading, memory, and understanding it and teaching it as well too. Throughout his years of service, Sheikh Ibrahim has made a lasting impact in education and leadership. He taught at our Islamic school, Islamic Center here in Perrysburg. When at first of his journey, he was a teacher, and he helped significantly in organizing the full-time school at the Islamic Center. Then he served as an imam for Masjid Saad, the other mosque in Toledo. After he decided to leave Masjid Saad, he created a Taiba center in Toledo as well. This is just for memorizing Quran, to help community members to memorize the Quran. And after he joined us, he opened a Quran Institute as well to help here in our area in Perrysburg to teach the Quran and memorizing the Quran the accurate way with tajweed. It's the proper pronunciation as well for the Quran.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have some college classmates that came from Egypt, Lebanon, Syria, etc. Somebody from Iran also. And I remember some of them could read and speak Arabic, and some of them could only speak the Arabic. So when you were talking about your imam, he teaches, right? He
Yes,
teaches the
yes,
Quran.
yes.
Yeah, I think that some people who don't read Arabic might struggle with that. So does he also teach Arabic?
So this is here. This is the comes another service in the Islamic Center, which is the weekend school. It's like the Sunday school, but we call it the weekend school. This is here we are teaching the basics. Like here, reading the letters, the basic reading comes at the weekend school.
I see.
Start of the memorizing small surahs, because it's like when you want to pray, you want to memorize small surahs for the Quran so you can perform the prayer in a good way. Okay, so we teach the basics, and after that, some of these students, they go to the Quran Institute, and they advance in the reading. So they get the basics from the weekend school, okay, and then they join at the same time with the Quran Institute, because the mission for the weekend in school is just we give you the basics, we open your eyes, we teach you to read. If you want to advance and become a Qari or memorize the Quran and excel at it, you can join the Quran Institute.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
no problem.
I'm learning a lot of vocabulary words today.
Yeah.
When I interviewed somebody from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, they have a different way to call their worship leader. And anyways, I think it's good for us all to learn about one another so that we can get to know each other's hearts instead of focusing on all the vocabulary words. You get the simple stuff out of the way, and then you can focus on how we're alike. Like you and
Yes.
we're medical people, so we get along very well to begin with, which is great. But anyway, some of the words that I've heard you say are Islam, and I'm confusing that with the Muslim faith. Can you tell me how Islam and the Muslim faith are different or the same?
Islam, this is the Arabic way to say believer. So now, if I will literally translate Islam to English, it's believe. So when you tell me, when I say I am a Muslim, in English, the exact translation, I am a believer.
So I'm trying to figure out how to use the words as I'm learning. So it's like Islam is the community and the Muslim faith is the faith, or it's all the same?
So Islam, because when Islam came, the religion itself came. It came on the Arabic, in Saudi Arabia. The revelation came to the Saudi Arabia, and most people there, they spoke Arabic. Okay. When the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when I say sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this is peace be upon him. This is what it meaning.
Thank you.
Yeah. So when he said I am Muslim, meaning for them, it's like I am a believer. Even in the Quran, Ibrahim, he was a Muslim. Muslim meaning a believer. But here in the United States, we think it's like the Islam is totally different word. No, if you translate it, it's believe. But because we use it a lot, Muslim, 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 Yeah, okay. It came. It's like it was like taking as this is the terminology of it, but it's in reality no. It's like
I
Kim, you are a believer. You are Muhammad. You are a believer. Yes, I am a Muslim. Yeah, this is exactly how translates.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting clearer. And
Mhm.
if I don't use the terminology correctly,
Yes, go ahead.
please point it out to me.
No problem.
Because, I respect you and your faith as you respect me and my faith.
Yes.
And I just want to learn. I enjoy learning.
And trust me, if I do not respect your faith or other faith, Judaism, I am not a true believer. This is clearly said in the Quran, in our holy book. We have to respect Christianity and Judaism because they are God's religion. Actually, Jesus mentioned in the Quran more than what Prophet Muhammad was mentioned. Look, we have to take every religion. I know we are getting deeper and deeper here, but every religion came at a certain time. Okay. And God's way of continuing communication and providing the accurate messages sends prophets at different times. So Judaism was first. Actually, Abraham and Adam, when they came, they are all the first. And then down the road, it kept renewing. He kept renewing the prophets just to remind people. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
Of course, people who wrote the Torah before, didn't, I don't think they even reached the times of Jesus. You understand what I mean? And this is what we take. We take the Old Testaments, the old books, and we take them as a guide. But at their time, this is my personal opinion. They didn't know Jesus. If they met Jesus, I'm sure they're gonna include them there. Same thing for Christianity, because they didn't know about Muhammad, even though it was mentioned in certain ways indirectly in the Bible that there's people from the Arabic Gulf, it's going to be rising as a new religion, believers, indirectly. But they didn't know about Muhammad. And now that's why some of the groups, they don't even believe in Muhammad. But Muhammad is the last prophet. And the Quran made it very clear that we have to believe in Jesus and Moses and Abraham, and they are true prophets. And if you don't do it, you are not true believer.
To my knowledge, I've never learned about Muhammad in the Bible. So, but I think it's interesting. Anybody listening to this might say, "Okay, Kim, you're taking a deep dive into a religion," and I'll keep it light. So
Yeah.
we won't talk too much about this. But the thing is, I don't feel threatened by another religion. I enjoy learning about them. And I think that anybody who's in Perrysburg has an opportunity to connect with our neighbors who are Muslim and learn from them.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I'm learning from you today.
Yep. Correct. Yeah. And it's treat people the way how you would like to be treated. This is our principle. Okay. If you have to communicate, you have to explain. You can't really be upset if the other side doesn't know your perspective or your ideology or because most of the communities, they take their ideas and perspective sometimes from the media, sometimes from other people who really they have no connection even to the other side, which is completely normal. But you have to do your homework, go connect, go investigate, go talk. And here is the Islamic Center. The doors are open. You can come communicate. We will, it's like explore us as a community members.
Ask questions, be
Yes,
curious, right?
yes, yes. Discover our values as well and our culture.
Yes, I know
Yeah.
one of the pillars that you mentioned was it was something about volunteering or giving back. Is that right? Did I get
Yes.
that right? Yeah, and I know that the Islamic Center helps with I guess, the Islamic Food Bank. Is that how you call it?
Yes, correct, correct.
Yes, through
It's
the
like,
Perrysburg Heights Community Association. Yeah,
yes.
would you like to talk about some of the activities that you're associated with?
So there is the Islamic Food Bank as well too. It's the Islamic Food Bank. It's the first when it's created. Actually, it was packaging at the Islamic Center Foods for the kids at school to help them. As you know, it's like a lot of some of the kids they go hungry as soon as the school week ends. Sometimes there is no meals or one meal.
Yeah, this is
So
all of
it's
Perrysburg, not just children who attend
no,
programming
no,
at
no,
the
no. This
Islamic
is
Center.
for all the community.
Right.
And now it's actually currently it's expanding in Toledo as well too. So for it was as a start for the kids, and then it's a lot of donors. They became involved, and they start organizing boxes to be given to the not only for the school kids, for the families who is in need as well too. And then they acquired their building in Toledo, and they are doing bi-weekly drives as well. The package goodies, bag goodies, and they distribute them at the most needed areas in Toledo.
That's good work.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
also there's the satellite location kind of across the highway from you there at Perrysburg Heights Community Center.
Yeah, this is for the Halim Clinic you are talking.
Well, actually, I believe there's food distribution also at Perrysburg Heights.
Yes, yes. They distribute. Actually, the food bank right now, they are at the universities too. The University of Toledo, Bowling Green University. But yes, yes.
I was not
they
aware of
have
that.
offices. Yep.
So they didn't pick sides,
No, no, no,
the
no, no.
University of Toledo people versus the
No.
Falcons. I am making a joke right now.
We like them all, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, and no, it's they are significantly helping the community now.
Yeah, I like that you're helping people in need. And then
Yes.
since you brought up the Halim Clinic, let's hear more about that.
Yeah, so the Halim Clinic, it was created for our community, not our community. For when I'm talking about our community, I'm talking about Toledo because I count myself here. I am a
Northwest
member of the
Ohio.
community. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So for our community, uninsured individuals,
Yes.
like we've been experiencing and we see firsthand that many of our beloved community members, they struggle to get the medical attention they deserve when they don't have insurance. So the idea of the Halim Clinic rose from here. It was at first open every Saturday, half a day. And now they are expanding. They are opening it every Wednesday afternoon as well. More providers coming and volunteering. It got a lot of attention from the community, and they are becoming busier and busier. And they opened another location here in Perrysburg in the Heights.
Yes, at Perrysburg
Yeah,
Heights.
Perrysburg Heights. And there is plans, and with the generosity of the community, there is plans to even make it a full-time clinic. But as you know, because it takes a lot of expense dollars to operate this clinic. And the good thing about the Halim Clinic too, if you come and you need blood work and you can't really even afford the blood work, they sponsor it for you. They dispense you drug medications as well too. It's based on your needs as well too. They can organize with the connections of the volunteers to some procedures can be done free of charge. But
Thank you for that work. That's awesome.
yeah, this is not, I'm not gonna take the credit. This is a lot of people there, they worked on it, and they did all of the work. The credit has to go to them.
I understand that service is one of the pillars of your faith, and I can see it in practice. There's some people that say that they volunteer or that they care, but when you really walk the walk and you do the thing that you say you care about, it matters. And I see you guys doing things in Toledo with the Halim Clinic and then at the Perrysburg Heights Community Association. So I'm clapping here by my microphone. I think it's great that you're doing that. And of course, as a medical person who recognizes that there's underinsured and uninsured people in this world, I think it's a step in the right direction. So thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you. One time I was very actually surprised. I had a patient coming to the clinic, and sometimes when the patient trusts you, it shares some information about themselves. One of these information, it was about the lack of food. The diet wasn't good. So I directed her to the Islamic food bank. And she said, I asked, it's only for Muslim people. I told her, no, it's not for Muslim people only. This is for everybody. Just go there. And if it gives you even a problem, just mention my name. And she is, because she has a newborn as well. She insisted it's only for the Muslim people. I looked at the patient. I told her, you are talking to the president of the Islamic Center. I'm telling you, this is not only for Muslim people. This is for you as well, too.
And did she get herself something to eat, hopefully?
I hope so. I hope so. I told her, go and mention the name. And I don't think, it's, this is sometimes what really makes me a little bit not happy, because some individuals, they don't do their homework. If she even opened the website and read the description, she would have understood. But assuming that service, because it's labeled as Islamic, it's only for Muslim people. Same thing for the Halim Clinic. When there is issues, some of the individuals in the community, they need the help, I direct them to the Halim Clinic. And even some friends, if they lose the insurance and they need big help in regard the medical services and expenses, I direct them. And this is one of the questions they ask. Is it just only for you guys? No, it's not only for us.
Getting the word out on the podcast or just word of mouth, it really helps. So you have a friend in me and an advocate. So I will certainly continue to get the word out. I actually did a podcast episode about food resources in Perrysburg. It was one of my first episodes on the Perrysburg podcast. And I believe I mentioned the Islamic Food Bank, or, the food distribution there at Perrysburg Heights. And it didn't occur to me that it was only for a certain population. It is not. It's for anybody. And when you said it here on this podcast episode today, that just reinforces that we need to get the word out that it's for everybody.
Correct. And if you think you want to give back to the community, go volunteer with them as well too. They need all the volunteers they can get. And at the same time, you can learn, communicate, and you can spread the words as well too.
Yes, word of mouth is still a great way to tell people about something, anything, including a food pantry.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I know we kind of got away from talking about the Islamic Center. I think
it's okay. It's all
it's all good, right?
Good services to our community. And I am very happy actually to talk about it. And sometimes, please don't be scared to approach anyone. And even if you want to stop by the office and you talk to anyone, they will give you the full picture. And I'm sure the websites, they are very well explaining tool as well for us too, and for you.
Yep, the website's a good source of information as well. I know when you introduced yourself in the beginning, speaking of the website, I think it mentioned that there at least used to be the Islamic school, and you mentioned that your children went there.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with the Islamic school these days?
Okay, so in regard the full-time school, really, it was after COVID, as we talked when I think we talked off air about
Back
the
in
COVID
February,
and how
you
it
told me.
did impact, did impact not only the Islamic Center, all the religious organizations, because nobody was able to attend in person, and most of the schooling was online. And it's, the full-time school, it needed the help financially. It wasn't supporting itself. Let me be honest here. And we decided just to put it on hold, to close it temporarily. So since we closed it, it did not open again. But there is plans so we can revive the school back up and running.
Okay. So at this time in 2026, it's closed. And it's been closed since 2020. Is that right?
Yes, at the start of COVID. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So hopefully we will, here in Perrysburg, we have a very good education system. Our kids, I'm talking about the Muslim community kids, I think the Perrysburg schools giving them their rights and more. They are very happy there as well too. But in regard to school, we are trying our best to revive it and reopen it.
Okay. I wish you much luck on that.
Thank you.
But for now, there's the weekend school, like you said,
Yes.
right? And I was not aware that Friday is a holy day. So you don't do your weekly worship on Sundays?
So it's like Friday, it's a holiday. It's because of the Friday prayer. Okay.
That's a big thing, right?
Yes,
it's
because
important.
Yes, it's very important prayer. On Sundays, because most people, they are off, so we have activities on Sundays as well. We have the Sunday lecture and the weekend school, and on Sundays we have the good cafeteria food as well there. Yeah, and very good social events and days as well there. Yeah, on Sunday.
I know you were kind of joking about the cafeteria, but it's really big. I mean, you call it the cafeteria. I called it your fellowship hall.
Social hall. Well, it's actually, I call it cafeteria because, when I am in the hospitals, I just go to the cafeteria. It looks similar, but I call it cafeteria. But it's actually, it's called social hall.
Okay, the social hall. Yeah, it's nice and big, and there's a great kitchen too. Yeah, it's probably bigger than the kitchen at my church.
I think it's restaurant grade kitchen.
Yep. And there's some really delicious smelling food at the Ramadan Bazaar. I didn't get there in time to eat and shop. I was just mostly there to shop and meet you and,
let me give this shout out.
Okay.
When you hear that there is Sharif Qadri and Tawil family holding the kitchen, there is amazing baking food there. Amazing bakery. So we have the Eid is coming in a few weeks, hopefully May 27th, and the kitchen will be open. Stop by, take a look.
Thank you for the invitation. This is actually going to come out after
this. It's for everybody.
Okay. Thank you for the invitation. This episode doesn't come out till the 29th. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yep. But there will be other events, and the Facebook page is a great place to hear about them.
Yes, correct.
All right.
Correct. So we are holding a summer camp coming soon too. It will start June 9th to the 19th.
Okay.
This is for ages 3 and up. extended based on the feedback and the willingness of the community to continue. So, but as a run trial right now, 9 to 19th, and then we go there.
Is this a religious-based summer camp?
No, it's not religious.
Anybody?
Is anybody can attend.
Okay.
Everybody can attend.
Can people learn more on your website?
Yeah, it's already on the website. Even the registration forms on the website. I hope they will like it.
Very good.
Yeah.
Mohammad, thank you so much for being here on the Perrysburg podcast today. Is there anything else you'd like to share as we wrap this up?
I really appreciate your invitation, and I thank all the audience for listening. It's very important for me personally that we seek understanding and genuine relationships. When I first came here to Toledo, one of the first places, as I said, I found comfort and support was the Islamic Center of Greater Toledo and the Perrysburg community as well. Because first, when I came here, I didn't live anywhere else. I came and I lived here in Perrysburg. It wasn't just a place to pray. It was a place where my family and I felt welcomed, supported, and part of something bigger. That experience is what I hope others can feel when they walk through our doors. At its core, Islam is about worshiping one God, showing compassion, being honest, and serving others. This is what we are as Muslim community here trying to achieve in Perrysburg area and Toledo area as well. These are values that, in my experience, we share across many faiths. I'm sure you have the same values as well.
I agree.
Yeah, including our Christian neighbors, Jewish neighbors, and other faiths as well here in Perrysburg area. We may practice differently, but the heart of what we believe is often very similar. I also understand that sometimes what people know about Islam comes from what they have heard rather than they have experienced. And that's completely normal and natural. That's why I always encourage people come visit us, ask questions, have a conversation. You will find that Muslims are not very different from you. We are parents, professionals, neighbors, all trying to raise our families with good values. There are small things that can help make interaction more comfortable. For example, when visiting a mosque, modest dress is appreciated, and we remove our shoes before entering the prayer area. You know, the big dome, when you walk in, this is how beautiful it is. All that area is carpeted. And when we pray, we put our faces on the carpet when we pray. So we like to keep this area very clean. It's out of sometimes we ask visitors to just take the shoes. Keep this in mind because this is where we pray. And during the prayers, you will see us standing and bowing. This is simply our way of connecting to God and our mechanism of praying. You may also hear Arabic, which is the language of the Quran, our holy book. But it doesn't mean Islam belongs to one culture. Our community alone represents many different backgrounds. And maybe the most important thing I would share in this, don't let differences create distance. Let them be a reason to learn. Some of the strongest relationships we have built have come from simple conversation. See, we met one time and we had a conversation.
Yep, I feel a connection.
Yeah, exactly. So at the end of the day, we all want the same thing for our families to be safe, for our children to grow with good values, and for our communities to be strong. If we start from there, we have much more in common than we sometimes realize. So again, I'm saying it. Our Islamic Center, our doors are open for everybody. Please come, talk to us, communicate, and explore our culture and explore us as people as well too. And I hope you will like us. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for that invitation. And thank you again so much for being here on the Perrysburg podcast. I've truly enjoyed this conversation.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's it for my interview with Mohammad Shalabe, president of the Islamic Center of Greater Toledo. Thanks again to Mohammad for being my guest. I really enjoyed hearing about all the things that happen at the Islamic Center beyond the weekly worship services. Mohammad shared stories about community events, educational programs, outreach efforts like the Islamic Food Bank and the Halim Clinic, and he talked about all kinds of different ways that people come together there, not just for prayer, but also to support one another and build community here in Perrysburg and for the greater Toledo area, too. I love to learn, and I really appreciated Mohammed's openness and willingness to answer my questions about Islam, the mosque, and the Muslim faith community. I also appreciated his encouragement for everyone to learn through conversation and personal experience rather than assumptions or stereotypes. I love that part of our conversation. People from different faith traditions often have more in common than they realize. I hope you realize that from our conversation today. Many of us want the same things: strong families, supportive communities, opportunities to serve others, and places where people feel welcomed and connected. I learned a lot from Mohammed, and I look forward to seeing him around the Perrysburg community. Now that we know each other, we'll probably see each other all the time. But I especially look forward to going to the International Festival at the Islamic Center of Greater Toledo this fall 2026. In my 19 years of living here now, I have never been to the International Festival. I'm looking forward to going to my first one. That's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for listening to episode 149 of the Perrysburg Podcast. To read the show notes, visit perrysburgpodcast.com. In the show notes, you will find the address and phone number for the Islamic Center of Greater Toledo, a link to the ICGT website, that's Islamic Center of Greater Toledo's website, links to their Facebook page, YouTube channel, Instagram page, and a link to sign up for the summer camp, which Mohammed mentioned runs from June 9th through 19th, 2026. You'll also find links to the Halim Clinic, the Islamic Food Bank, other episodes in this series, and more. Everything you need is on perrysburgpodcast.com. Just look for episode 149. If you know someone who might like to learn about the Islamic Center of Greater Toledo, please share this episode with them. And if you enjoy this podcast, please subscribe to or follow the Perrysburg Podcast on your favorite podcast app and on YouTube so you can get each new episode right when it comes out. Thanks so much for listening today. I'll talk to you next Friday.